Hello and welcome to this exposure events instructional video. In this video we're going to show you how to integrate your own ad banners into your custom or the default exposure app. You can also check out our support page for step-by-step instructions and screenshots on how to do this. First, you need to create an AdMob account by Google. You can type in AdMob in Google and find it and click the setup button in the top right. That will give you some steps how to actually sign up your own AdMob account and take care of everything for you. Once you do that, you will already be logged in, or if you already have an AdMob account, you can click sign in on the top right corner also. We're already logged into AdMob, so let's go ahead and get started with adding some custom ads to our app. Before we do that, let's show you what it looks like with our default ads. Here we have our own app with ads at the bottom of our app. All our list views, as in this list view of items, will have ads at the bottom. You can change these out with your own custom sponsor ads. If you have a custom ad with us, no ads are shown until you actually add them through AdMob. The first thing we need to do is click Monetize New App. You can also get to it from the Monetize tab up here. So let's go ahead and do that. First, we need to search for our app. If you have your own custom app, make sure to type in that name. You'll notice there's two items for this: an Apple or iOS app and a Google or Android app. We need to add both of these to our account. Let's go ahead and select the Google app first. Let's go ahead and click continue for step 1. We'll select banner for step 2. We'll keep these the same. The refresh rate you might want to change. It will change if you have multiple ads. It will change every minute. And we'll give it a specific name here, like Android banner. We'll click save. Don't worry about step 3. Just create done, or select done. And we have our new ad unit for our Android device. Next, we got to create an ad unit for our Apple device. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. So we'll click the Monetize New App. We'll type in exposure basketball events. We'll select the Apple or iOS app, and we'll just do the same thing. Instead, we'll call this Apple banner. Oh, I didn't click done, but it should have been added here, so let me check. Yep. So we have our Apple banner, and we have our Android banner. At the end of this instructional video, we'll need to take these IDs you'll see and plug them into the exposure event site. Let's go ahead and add our ad now. First, we need to go to the promote link on the top. Next, we need to click the all websites, and we'll come down here and we'll click new campaign under the campaigns tab of our table. Here we'll walk through creating our app for both our apps. Step 1 is design the ad. If I click new ad, I can actually add a text ad, which you don't need any images for. But if you do want to create your own images, you can do so by creating an image ad. I'm going to go ahead and do an image ad. The first ad we're going to add is a McDonald's 640 by 100 ad, and we recommend putting the size of the ad in the ad name just for reference when you are looking at your ads within AdMob. And we're going to go to the mcdonalds.com site when people click on it, and we're going to go ahead and upload the image for it. So let's go to our ads here and find our 640 by 100. We're going to use this size next, and that looks good. So we'll click save here, and we'll click another ad. We recommend 2 ad sizes, a 640 by 100 and a 1456 by 180. those can also be found in our support page article. So let's go ahead and type this in again with the same address. We'll upload the 456 by 180, and that's more for our tablet views. So we have both our ads that you can add more if you want to. We just recommend these two sizes. Let's click continue. For select targeting, you can keep those guys the same. Click continue. And you notice we have some apps over here. These are the two ones we added. Exposure Events Android and Exposure Events Apple. We'll just move those guys over. Click save. Next, we're going to make this an impressions goal campaign. So make sure impressions goal is selected. Impressions goal, you determine this by the number of impressions you're going to get leading up to the event. I'm going to say this event's going to start or end in 6 months, and I'm expecting 100,000 a day. And you want to go by days, because if you go over the impressions per day, AdMob starts showing their default ad network ads, where you can actually earn income on those guys instead of your own sponsor ads. I calculated this out before I did the video. There's 183 days within about 6 months, and I'm going to say I'm going to get 100,000 impressions per day, and that will end up being around 118 million. There we go. And click continue here, and of course this formula and the step is in our support article also. And step 4, we need to give this an end date. So today is January 4th. I am going to make this July 4th. That will be the last day of the event. So about 6 months. And I'm going to call this campaign my exposure invitational. Now, if you're going to reuse this ad for all your events, you might want to put your organization name here for your campaign name. But you might have different sponsors per event. All right, our ad units have been added to our exposure apps. So if I click on Monetize over here, and I go to Android, you can see I have 2 ad sources now. There's our exposure invitational, and there's the default AdMob network. Remember when I said if your impressions per day go over, if you go over 100,000 impressions on this ad unit, it will actually start showing AdMob ads. If you don't have a sponsor ad, you might want to just set up AdMob network. Don't go through the step of setting up the ads, and just follow these next steps to actually add these ads to exposure. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's log into the exposure site here. Once in, let's go ahead and go to this event called Sample Event website. We'll go to Settings, and we will go down under our event settings to the app section. So let's go ahead and click on our Android app here. We'll copy this ID right here, and we'll put it into the Android text box, and we'll click on our iOS or Apple app, and we'll do the same thing, and we'll put that in the AdMob Apple unit ID. Let's go ahead and click Save. And after clicking Save, your ads will start showing up on your app. It may take a few hours to almost a day for them to actually start showing up. After that, just verify on an Android and Apple app that they are working. If you do add multiple ads to the campaign, just check that they're rotating through also. But that is it. You could check your analytics through the AdMob to see how many impressions you're getting per day. You can show your sponsors how many hits you get. If you are going to use the default AdMob network, you can actually see the income you're bringing in. Make sure you set up your billing and everything to actually get that started. But that's it from exposure. Thank you for checking out this instructional video.